Third time's a charm. If this doesn't work, I'm giving up. Okay. I want to talk a bit about INFP girls, I suppose. I don't know if this is going to apply as much to the male INFPs, but girl INFPs being considered low maintenance. So by this, I mean, of course, that we don't generally, we're not the type of girl to be very demanding of others. We really value our independence, and so we don't like to impose ourselves too strongly on other people for fear of threatening their sense of independence. So there's that. I think we're pretty easygoing to, be friends with or in a relationship with and that kind of thing. So low maintenance friend, low maintenance girlfriends. But also in the other way, I think we're low maintenance kind of in how we present ourselves to the world. Like, I don't spend very much time at all in the morning getting ready. And I would be shocked to meet an INFP girl who did. And that by this, I mean, really doing a lot with your hair or spending a lot of time on your makeup, I usually see them to be SE users, like ISFPs or ESFPs. They're very good with makeup, and they seem to really enjoy going through all the stages of contouring and all that crazy stuff that I could never wrap my head around, or I could wrap my head around, but it's not something that interests me. I prefer just to be more basic and drab, really. I'm okay with that because I think that is more often the INFP way. Like today I'm wearing a necklace, and I put a little bit of makeup on, and I brushed my hair nicely because I went out for dinner tonight, but this is cleaner than I usually look. I usually look a lot more scraggly, especially on a work day. I shower, but aside from that, I don't really do too much. I let my hair kind of dry naturally, that kind of thing. So low maintenance, generally low maintenance. Although I will say some INFP girls do have a really cool aesthetic going on. You can tell that they really do tie their identity to the way they look. And, yeah, I have noticed that, really cool sweaters, or I don't know. There are some INFP girls that do seem to put more work into it, but I don't think it's really a common thing. I think generally we're more I don't know, considered granola girls, if you've heard of that phrase. I was called that once, and I was like, what does that mean? But yeah, I guess I am kind of one of those. So, okay, yes, typically INFPs, girls, I guess I'm talking about. I don't generally usually divvy things up here, but I guess in this video I am. Generally low maintenance, but I actually think recently I've kind of realized that I actually am high maintenance, but just not in the typical ways that we use that phrase. And so how am I high maintenance? In order for me to maintain a good mood and a positive outlook on life, I need to get enough sleep, because if I don't get 8 hours of sleep for just one night, generally, I can be a total grump the next day. I'll put so little effort into socializing with other people. I just have no desire or will if I am tired. And I don't like being like that. I don't like feeling like that. It makes me feel like an immature teen or something back, because that's how I was when I was a teen. Didn't try to engage very much with other people. But I don't like doing that anymore, so I really need to get my sleep, especially if I'm working the next day. I didn't get very much sleep last night, but I had today off, so not a big deal. But, if you're at work and you have to do all these tasks that are expected of you, that is draining, of course, so you need your sleep. So I'm high maintenance for one, because I do need 8-9 hours of sleep. Okay, secondly, I need to exercise regularly or I don't feel good. And I do think I'm very in touch with, I guess it's kind of an SI thing to be very in touch with the internal state of your body, or I've heard this in the past. I don't Makes sense, I guess. And SEs or people who don't have the sensing functions would be a lot more oblivious to their body. But I don't know. Actually, I should have thought this through. But anyway, I need to exercise regularly, eat healthily. I take vitamins. Most days I take B complex. I take vegetarian algaes. I take iron during certain times of the month, and my bird's being very funny right now. And I take vitamins because I'm mostly vegan, and I very much fear vitamin deficiencies these days because I've had a few in the past, and it's terrible. Like if you're really low in B12 or iron, it's pretty much like going into a depression, and that's not fun. So I try really hard to stay away from that kind of thing. And yes, so I'm high maintenance because I have to put a lot of work into maintaining a happy outlook. I feel like, some people are just, I don't know, it seems like some people can just eat or be and do whatever, and as long as they're, with their friends, or, they've got something, decent to entertain them with, they seem happy and jolly, and I'm just not like that. I don't know if it's because I'm so sensitive to the state of my body. If it feels too stagnant, there's something that's being released in there. I don't know, hormones, or it's like a buildup of the lactic acid or something. I don't know. I'm not a biologist by any means or anything, but I don't know if it's because I'm sensitive to that kind of stuff, or if also I just have these, I've got these values being a dominant FI user, and when I betray the values, such as not exercising regularly and eating too much junk food, maybe I just start berating myself, and that makes me feel lousy. So it could be a combination of the two things as well, of course. But yeah, I think I'm a high maintenance person, I've realized. Yeah, I don't even know if this could just be me. Maybe even with I often hear the stereotype of INFPs being very messy and not really caring about their surroundings very much, but I'm not like that at all either. Messes upset me. I get very angry and anxious if I'm in a really messy, dirty kind of space. So yeah, these could just be me things, but so INFP, low maintenance in maybe the typical ways, but I'm actually high maintenance in other ways that maybe just aren't as apparent by just looking at me. Yeah, that's all I got for you tonight. Hopefully that was, I don't know, I wasn't really paying, I was just kind of rambling there. Hopefully that came out clearly. Okay, thanks for listening. Have a good night. Bye. I don't even know if it's night when you're listening. Okay, bye.